Hi team. I'm not going to go into too much saying hello and all that stuff, because actually I'm going to use this video, distribute it to members on the website who haven't got social media as well. So I'm going to crack right into today's chat. I'm going to try and make this weekly for everybody, because I feel we need to communicate more, not just on social media, but also with members who don't have access to social media. Sometimes I think we forget that, and so people have email that we can get in touch with them on, and they can hear some messages that hopefully you can hear some messages that are going to help you get the progress that you so thoroughly deserve for being here, turning up, being a part of Team Body Project. So, first we're going to start with what's coming at Team Body Project. What is coming over the next week or so? Well, I think we've currently got 9 isolations workouts. Aren't they fantastic? The isolations with Alex, absolutely love those. They really do focus in, tune in on what is required to get results across the spectrum of the body, and really focus and learn and build the relationship with that body part, be it back or the side glutes or the glutes or the calves. There's a calves one, I think, coming as well. So the isolations, we're going to have 10 as of the end of this week, and we are going to put them into a program. We have a lot of core there, but wow, I mean, we can't do too much core work, can we? Let's face it, there's no such thing as too much core. There might be, but it would be a lot. Then we got 2 more warriors, one of them being filmed this week, one next week, back, notably missing from the new batch of warriors, and then shoulders. So, and some sort of smaller body part groups within that as well. Then we got more mishmash. I'm really excited to welcome Christine, not Kristen. Kristen's always been here with us in the mishmash. Christine back to the fold this weekend. She's been very busy. She's a very, very busy lady. So I've been in touch with her, desperately trying to get her back in the workouts, because we know the inspiration that she brings with Tash and Kristen, and of course everybody who's ever been involved in Real Start. So that's exciting. And then I'm going to further develop. I quite liked, and I hope you enjoyed, the format on the most recent Real Start resistance cardio combos. I thought that had quite a nice vibe. I've been struggling a little with where I want to go with the newest Real Start plan, and I think that's given me a little bit of a pathway towards it, if that makes a little bit of sense. It definitely feels like it's in the right direction. So I think I'm going to be doing a little bit more of that. I've just got some notes here as well. So we've got there isolations, more isolations, really good for focusing in on body parts. We've got more of the warrior for those of you who've been following that format for a long time. That's fabulous, because we do need more in that range. The mishmash progress, which are just outstandingly popular, outstandingly effective, and more of the Real Start with me. So much stuff there that's happening across Body Project this week that you can look forward to. We're always trying to improve Body Project, the workouts, the plans, the approach that you're going to take. And so what I'd like to talk about with you now, and I am going to try and do this, one of my weaknesses is probably that I'm not thoroughly structured. I don't know if you call it a weakness. I've got lots. Whether that's one is open to debate. But I do things very spontaneously. I'm a very spontaneous type. I don't know if you can relate to that. And sometimes I kind of spontaneously write things, or spontaneously put up videos, or spontaneous. So that's part of the character, perhaps. And we all have our own characters, don't we? But I do think that spontaneity, sometimes that lack of kind of scheduling, has meant that we don't have some of the communications that support so many people, the things that we write. They don't reach enough people. So I'm going to try and weekly pick out topics, discuss them in these videos that are going to be accessible to all members. So I wrote a little post today. It was one thing, one time. One thing, one time. And I once, when very early on in Body Project's journey, if you like, when we first started Body Project, we worked with a very prominent doctor of mindfulness. And I spent a lot of time with her, talking to her about some of the elements of change and obviously the way that we look at it from a psychological perspective, from an emotional perspective, from a mental perspective, however you want to look at it. She was a very, very inspiring lady, and I was very fortunate to spend lots of time with her. And something she said that really stuck with me is, and this is I guess it's the basis of mindfulness, and she said, if we get too caught up in the past, so in yesterday, we can start, obviously, that can lead to a path of feeling quite down. Potentially it can lead on to some sort of depressive type feelings when we get caught in yesterday. And it can also affect what we're going to do, because we can start thinking, if only I'd done that, if only that had happened, if this had been different, so on and so forth. So again, I'm parroting an expert. This isn't my the origins of which are not from my mind. And she said, and then conversely, if we get too caught up in the future, so what we're going to do tomorrow and how many times we're going to have to do things, and this could happen and that could happen, and we start extrapolating across multitude of different variables that could come to pass. We could start catastrophizing even to the future. That creates some level of anxiety, doesn't it? Because we start thinking about so many different things that could potentially happen. As she said, the basis of mindfulness is that we bring our mind to now, to here, to this moment, to what we can impact. Our reality is here in what's happening right now, right at this moment. It's not yesterday, that's gone, that's impacted us, and we can learn from it and we can listen to it, and there's lots of messages in that. And it's not tomorrow, although we hope to see a better tomorrow. Our actual reality and what we can do is here, it's now, it's current, it's present. And the most important thing that she added to that is that it's manageable. We can cope with now. When you really think about it, our struggles are struggles. I mean, this is a universal thing. They invariably, although not always, but invariably exist within yesterday and tomorrow, the past and the future, the worries of the future, the traumas of the past. These are the things that really trouble us. Whereas actually, when we think about this moment now and touch this table, you know, use your eyes, listen to the words, drink the water, whatever it is, in that moment, we actually have peace. We have control. We have ability. So when we are coming into a decision to work out, when we're coming into a decision as to what we're going to eat, we have an infinite capacity to win that. All of us do. Where it kind of goes wrong, and I speak for myself, I always hope that everything that I say doesn't sound like I'm telling. It's kind of a learning journey that I'm on as well as with you, not at you, right? So I'm sort of, as I'm saying it, I'm hoping that there's things that I say that are helping me as well as you in this discussion. Wow, 20 workouts this month. That overwhelms me. Am I capable of doing 20 workouts this month? Well, it's such an abstract idea, isn't it? Am I? Because I start thinking, well, hang on, what if I have a down day? What if I get too busy? What if I get sick? What if blah, blah, blah? So I'm already now beating myself because I'm trying to look at something that I don't know if I'm capable of doing, because I don't know what the next present, the tomorrow is going to look like. So it's no wonder that's overwhelming. Whereas if I say, can I do a workout now? The answer to that is yes. If I say, can I choose that apple instead of that cookie? Now, forget if I can do that for the rest of my life, and I love cookies and I'll probably have another cookie. Can I choose that apple now? Am I capable of that decision? Have I evidenced in the past that I'm capable of that decision? Has there been a moment in my history when I have, and this is where we can learn from the past, isn't it? Where I have chosen the apple. Has that happened before? It has. I can do that. I can eat the apple now. And I can taste that victory, that choice, that alignment of what I'm looking to achieve with what I do. That feels good. It feels like a win. That doesn't mean you have to win every time, because you don't and no one can. But just that knowledge that you have within you the power. You've proven that you have within you the power. You know this is true, to choose the path. Let's call it the path of more resistance. That tastes good. Think about a workout. Think about when you're doing a workout, okay? Think about how strong you are when you do a workout, when you make that choice and you're in that moment. You are choosing to put your body through good pain. Good pain. It's good pain, whichever way we look at it. When we start lifting things and short of breath, it's discomfort, isn't it? There's some discomfort there. We might enjoy that discomfort, which is probably a different topic, or maybe it's the same topic. But you're choosing it. You're actively seeking it. You're saying, I want that. I am choosing a path of remarkable resistance. Literally, figuratively, and abstractly. You're making that choice. You are making that choice. Think about the strength that requires. You're not choosing comfort. You're not choosing instant gratification. You are elevating yourself above your most primal instincts. As much as most of us adore dogs, they aren't able to do that. A dog is not able to say, you know what, if I go for the short walk now, they won't take me for the long walk later. Okay, I'll forego the short walk now because I want the long walk. A dog can't do that. And they are maybe more magnificent than us for it. But let's think about what we're doing. We are choosing something that is hard. And think about what that says underlying it. Think about that. Because we come with lots of words. We can be very self-critical of ourselves, can't we? We can say we hate certain body parts or elements of our character. And we all do that to some extent. But think about, I believe that actions say far more than words in some ways. Although I'm a great lover of words, you can see from the books I've got and the way I write and the way I speak. But there's a lot to be said for actions. When you are doing that, you are saying, gently, quietly, but concretely, I really love me. I care about me. I care about becoming a better version of me. Whatever you might think, that's a strong message that you're putting out there when you do that once. You're putting that message out there. Maybe you care about you, and hopefully a part of the reason you care about you and being the best you is because you care about other people, and being a better version of you is better for everybody, right? You're choosing a distinct success within a controlled environment. You're saying, okay, I am going to find something that's challenging, something that I can succeed at. You control the variables. Think about this as well. When you're doing that workout, you're making yourself a success. This is building strength for other things in life where the variables aren't so manageable. So that you're taking this decision, I'm going to do a workout today. You know the variables roughly within that. You know that you can succeed within that. And that's a really important element to bring on to other parts of life. It's a really important element for us to think about as we strive to succeed at life. And this is why exercise, you're not just working out. It so broadly relegates exercise to say we're doing it to lose weight. And that will happen if you accompany it with a even somewhat sensible, I don't know if I like the word sensible, but a diet that takes into consideration all of the different elements that we'd have to take into account. But that's such a relegation of what we're doing. We are strengthening our mind. We are telling ourselves how much we care about ourselves. We are choosing a path of resistance. We're proving that we are capable of exiting our comfort zone, of wanting to create better, of making good choices. We're bringing success in a controlled environment. We're choosing a path of resistance, like I said, that is in reality and abstractly, and we're overcoming it. Makes us win. And if there's one thing I've learned in life, is make yourself a winner. Make other people winners. People feel good when they're succeeding at things, when they're when they're making accomplishments. And when we try and we need to celebrate every milestone. An example that I use a lot is that if you're trying to teach a child to read, you don't drop, Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky in front of them and say, look, read that. That's the benchmark of 20th century literature whenever it was written. That's what you need to be reading. It would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? No, we celebrate when they can read a letter, A. They recognise A. That is the path to eventually reading Tolstoy and Shakespeare and whatever it is you want to engage in. I don't know. I'm not saying them because they're my particular favourites. They're just examples of writers. It's that celebration, that victory. So when you say to a child, yes, hey, wow, you don't say, that's all right, but it's only a letter, isn't it? You can't even read a word yet. You wouldn't say, it's ridiculous. Because if we want the word, if we want the book, if we want the paragraph and the book, maybe they're going to become a writer. Who knows? Starts with the letter A. And if we want them to find the letter B, we've got to make them feel good about the letter A. This applies to you and me as much as it does a 3-4-year-old child. It's the same thing. It's the same thing exactly. We don't change that. We don't change that. If we feel we've won at something, we don't want to be told it's too small or it's significant or insignificant. We just need to know that we've succeeded. One success feels good, it works, then we can choose another success. When we feel like winners, when we feel like we're succeeding. And it is a process for all of us. And never underestimate the importance of each workout that you complete. Don't worry about the level. Don't worry about the duration. It's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. The level, the duration, whatever it is. It's the victory of doing. That's success. Okay, I feel good. I say it, you need to know it. Feel good. You've made one thing one time. Win, bang. You've won now. Next thing will come. Why? Because you're chasing another victory. You want to feel that. You want that same thing back again. I think that as creatures, we're somewhat motivated by the reward. What is the reward? That reward is the victory. The reward is knowing that we've accomplished something. And so it breaks my heart when I read people say, oh, I can't move on to Real Start Plus. I'm doing Real Start again. And I really feel like I should. No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. So it doesn't. One day you'll move on. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, because health is a lifetime journey. And maybe, in fact, it doesn't even matter if you don't. It really doesn't. Keep turning up, looking after your body. Celebrate that victory. Don't look at the difficulty or the duration or how many or how much. You chose the path of resistance because you care about yourself. I think that's it, really, isn't it? It's kind of that sums it up for me. You chose that. That's more important than what you chose. It's that you chose that, and you can. So when a lot of people say to me, okay, so I'm not into the food thing. I'm not into the dieting thing. I'm not into the weight loss thing. I'm tried so hard over the years to say I care about everybody moving. I can't quite separate them because I know so many of you are here for those physical goals, weight loss, whatever it is. So I can't completely disentangle it, and it's not for me to do that. I have a responsibility to you to help you get the results that you want. So I'll say this. When you choose that apple, when you choose the healthy meal, when you choose to forego the snack that you normally have when you're feeling stressed, and you've taken that moment and you've paused and you've sat there and you've said, is that candy bar going to make me feel better? I'm choosing a difficult path here. I'm not going to have it. Now, breathe in the strength of that. The same way that you consume the strength when you're working out. When you feel, yeah, it's hurting, but it's good. Consume it. Same thing. You know, look at this decision. Feels good. I'm strong. Come on, it's the same thing. It's not different. It's just how we're looking at it, the perception, the way that we're seeing that. You know, because often it will be, oh, I really want that. Oh, wouldn't it feel good if I had that candy bar? Yeah, that's one way, but we know that's not an effective way of seeing it. What about, look at me. Look at me winning. Come on. Look at this. Look at what I'm getting here. I'm sharpening. I'm building strength. I'm making good, strong, powerful decisions. And I can. Look at what I can do. I'm a winner. I'm winning. I've won. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And don't go, oh, got to do that again and again. No, you don't. Just do that. Just do that. Just consume that win. And someone said that they cheated today. That doesn't matter. You will. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is not. The secret is to consume and feel the victories. If there is one, I don't know if there's a secret. Consume and feel the victories. Drink in the reward of the things that you do. And move on from the things that you don't. That's it. Change will happen slowly over time. Don't try and go night and day. You win. Yeah, drink it up. You've made a mistake. Let it go. It's human. It's normal. None of us are the finished article, and nor will we ever be. That's okay. That's fine. Team, it's great chatting to you. Like I said, I will try. No, do or do not. There is no try. There's a Yoda quote for you. I will update with these every week. I think one of the things that I've really struggled with as Team Body Project has grown is I'm such a one-on-one person. I feel, and that probably, I don't know if that comes across, but I want to communicate with everybody. It's impossible. Sometimes that does overwhelm me a little bit when I realise that I can't. But I haven't been good enough at doing this, because in some ways I think that the human condition is universal. And if I talk to a human being, I'm talking to you, right? Talking to me, talking to you, because I think that we are universally connected in so many ways, in good ways, in positive ways, in ways that are inspiring, in ways that make us sensational. And yeah, so when I talk to this video, I want you to know that I'm very much talking to you, and it's important to me that you know that I'm talking to you, not everybody at Body Project, to you. That helps me to do this and feel excited about doing this. Anyway, team, it's been great chatting. We'll catch up soon. Loads coming your way. Stay magnificent.